What's going on, guys? My name is Ben. How are you guys doing today? So what I have for you today in this video is this is my thoughts about an article I read, which basically, by the way, link will be in the description below, obviously. And Microsoft is going to end support for Internet Explorer 7, 8, 9, and 10. Or I think it was 8, 9, and 10. I remember it was 3 of them. But they're trying to get customers or users to upgrade to Internet Explorer 11 or the new web browser that they created in Windows 10, Microsoft Edge. Now, they wanted to do this, I guess, to just have people use the latest and greatest and stick with the updates. Not only that, but that way users are not being vulnerable compared to the older versions. Therefore, those are going to be more vulnerable if you're still using them. Now, they're doing this because apparently there are some people that are still using the older versions of Internet Explorer. Therefore, they'll run into trouble at some point, or they're going to get like a virus or a security flaw in the machine. So, I don't know. That's probably the reasoning why they're doing this. And what do I think about it? First of all, why? I don't mean to like slay Microsoft for this, but I'm not the only person that does this. But I don't like Internet Explorer. I mean, I've used it for a while when I was younger, and then as I started, getting older, I find it to be really a little sluggish and slow compared to third-party browsers like Firefox, Chrome, Opera, and I don't know what to say about it. But I mean, whatever browser works for you, that's great, obviously. Like, some people prefer Safari for Mac, some people prefer Internet Explorer. And, Internet Explorer is just that. I got a tough time recommending the people to use that browser. Now, the only time I use it is if, like, okay, when I first just got a computer or just first installed my operating system. I have to use Internet Explorer to download third-party browsers. That's how I get my third-party browsers. First is either Firefox or Chrome, and then I use the other, the one that I just downloaded, to download all the other ones that I wanted. Other than that, I don't use Internet Explorer anymore. And plus, the way it's all set up, I just don't find it really convenient and not very efficient. I don't know. That's just my opinion. I mean, for those of you guys that like Internet Explorer, like I said, whatever works for you is great. But Internet Explorer, like, me personally, I mean, I don't understand why Microsoft wasn't, like, trying to improve it better and, like, to redesign it. I mean, they did at one point, but all they did was, like, change the look and then move some of the menu systems around. But other than that, it's just not as efficient or convenient as Google Chrome or Firefox. And plus, it's not that quick, in my opinion. Although then again, if you guys can prove to me that, okay, the browser doesn't really make your web surfing faster. It depends on the kind of connection and the hardware that you have. I mean, if that's the case, go ahead and prove that to me. I mean, and I'd like to know, like, what makes people comfortable using Internet Explorer, and I wanted to see the good side to it. Compared to just me saying and complaining, okay, Internet Explorer sucks, you should definitely use a third-party browser. I mean, even the article that I read at the very end, it was like, do yourself a favor and get a third-party browser. I mean, Internet Explorer, I mean, the way Chrome is set up, you have that little button at the top right corner, and then you can access all your settings over there. Your bookmarks bar, your extensions. And Internet Explorer, the way it's just set up, like, I don't know what to say about it. And what about Microsoft Edge? Well, I haven't used that browser so much because I'm so used to the third-party ones that I've been using. It's like, why should I change? If it works for me, definitely stick with it. But then again, it is a learning experience, and after saying this now, maybe I should definitely check out Microsoft Edge, and then see how it is compared to Internet Explorer. Now, I did use it a few times, but I don't use it on a daily basis. Microsoft Edge, from what I've seen so far, is like the URL bar is not at the top. It's actually like in the web window itself. You guys know what I mean. That whole space that displays the web page, and then you got the toolbars at the top. I mean, that's how it is right now. I mean, obviously you can still go to the top and type in the URL there with Microsoft Edge, but I just haven't found the need to really use that browser. But I guess I should try it one day, and then see how it is compared to Internet Explorer. But then again, Internet Explorer is a Microsoft product, so I mean, when you're in the business environment and you're the IT tech, and then you're working with the servers and all, with a Windows Server operating systems, then obviously Internet Explorer is probably what you want. Actually, now that I think about it, I mean, Internet Explorer with the server operating systems, when it's a little different compared to the workstation operating system, because when you click on a link, it always pops up this message, and then you have to add the link to that, so that way it doesn't report that message back to you the next time you go into that same link. So I mean, with the Windows Server operating systems, you have to keep adding those links, and what I do is I use Internet Explorer to download a browser and install it. Then I use the browsers, the third-party browser that I just installed, to download all my other stuff. Because, I mean, even on the Windows Server operating systems, you're using the third-party browsers as if you're using it on a workstation operating system. Whereas compared to Internet Explorer, it's completely different between two platforms, or between both platforms. So, I mean, I just haven't found it really convenient. But in terms of the server side, definitely for security purposes, so that I do understand, but other than that, the browser, I'm just not too crazy about it. And I don't mean to throw hate out there or anything, I just am curious to see if you guys use Internet Explorer, and if you find it really convenient, just tell me why in the comments down below. And if you feel like it sucks, it's not convenient, I mean, go ahead and leave your reasoning down too. Do you think I'm right about Internet Explorer being slow compared to all the other browsers? Or do you feel like browsing speeds doesn't have anything to do with the network speeds? It's got to do something else. Like with the network hardware, what kind of Ethernet cable are you using? Do you have a gigabit switch? What kind of router are you using? I mean, whatever the case may be, other than that, I'm curious to see what you guys have to say. So that's it. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe, rate, comment. Also check out the description below for my social media links, Twitter and Instagram. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.